The world's #1 laner Chovy has been spamming Akali as of late with this new weird and wacky setup, the triple rejuvenation beads. I call them a different type of beads, but obviously I can't, can't say anything, I get demonetized. But this setup really is trying to rekindle that Akali that was released so long ago where the Q gave you health back. You had so much sustain in lane. They took that away from Akali's kit. So Akali has really struggled in these lanes. But now Chovy has identified, okay, Akali has pretty high base health regen. You go triple rejuve beads, they all stack, and you get a shit ton of health coming back to you. So it really does, I guess, band-aid some of the problems Akali had in the early lane. And then that allows her to get to the mid-late game, where she probably becomes one of the strongest, if not the strongest 1v1 side laners in the game. So this champion, guys, it's very good in solo queue when mastered. However, don't spam this champion without at least, I would say 50 games, at least 50 games practice. Like, it takes a long time. So if you just go into the new season spamming Akali after 2 games played, you're gonna drop. I would call that some type of elo tanking. But hey bro, you live your life, I'll live mine. Do whatever you think needs to be done, as you can see. Chovy taking a little bit of harass, but if you go down to his health, look at that. He's just regenerating his health so fast. 360, 370, just took a little bit of poke, 340. So it's just the amount of health you get back. If you can just take as much poke as you want, then just hover back. Just wait for it. You'll return to full health. It's pretty gross. Some immaculate movements here by Chovy. So Akali has been resurfacing in high elo play. Fake have been playing a lot of it. Showmaker have been playing a lot of it. Caps, Knight, all the top mid laners are starting to spam Akali again. Do I know why? Not really. Seems like it's a good answer to a couple of these immobile mages like Victor. But overall, the champion has a 46 or 7% win rate overall in solo queue. So it's only for those really high elo and advanced users as opposed to the casual player. As the Olaf looking for a little bit of a skirmish. Chovy-esque. He's late to the roam. And he's prioritizing towards the farm. He wants to move, but he also wants to CS. Let's see what he does. Waste a couple of creeps. He'll be a little bit tilted about that. Does have the CS advantage, of course. I don't think I've ever seen Chovy down on CS. The E lands. Almost. Doesn't risk his life for the Graves. But Chovy started the preseason at Diamond 1. His account decayed. He started playing again. He is currently 1,000 LP. So he's climbed 1,000 LP over the preseason. Now, take in mind, like, Chovy doesn't spam games. He has 2 accounts, actually, as well. But he just puts in small sessions, and he puts in good, solid games. Going over the fundamentals. I really don't think solo queue spamming, like 10+ games in a session, is worth it. I don't think it is. If you are looking to improve at League of Legends, I think it's 3 game sessions. As we TP into the top side, looking for the kill. Put 3 games in, then try and review or kind of reassess, take a break, take a walk, get some water. Then reassess your strategy for the next 3. It shouldn't be just game after game after game after game. Like we find the kill. One more, we're gonna get it. Yes, baby. We get the kill over onto the kill. And I think mid lane looks pretty frozen. So he's going to instantly take the base. Olaf's holding. And I just realized, what the... Okay, so he sold all his rejuve beads. I think they have 75%, maybe 80%. I'm not sure on the exact amount of refund. But they have pretty good resale value. I remember a while ago, Dark Seal had much better, but they nerfed the resale value of the Dark Seal. But the rejuve beads still there, still great. What else was it? Fairy Charms that we used to buy in the mid lane because they were so cost efficient. A lot of metas we've been through, but we get the Hex Tech, making our way towards the Proto Belt, of course. Gonna see a massive power spike at level 6 and at level 9. The good Akali, oh my god, he's just not allowing this Vex any room to breathe. We should... Do you reckon we're gonna... He did have those roams. I think we should hit level 6 first, as the E just goes wide. Gotta play it a little bit cautious here. Doesn't have the regen anymore, remember? 6 off these next 2. Oh, I think we might die. Flashes. Had to flash. These 2 creeps here are going to give him 6. He's going to go back in. He gets level 6. No mana on the Vex. Oh my god, this 1v1 on Knife's Edge. Hits the ultimate. Ooh, and he dies. Absolutely limit testing there by CHOVY. He wanted the R2, couldn't quite get it, and he does end up dropping. I love a little bit of limit testing by CHOVY. Risks it all. His CS per minute right now, not the greatest I've seen. And you could just see, I mean, look, if he hit that R2, if he didn't take the tower shot, there's a lot of fundamentals, a lot of dynamics that could have changed there in that 1v1, but he doesn't come away with the win. And obviously he's versing Korean challengers, Korean pros. He drops there. I think CHOVY, I've said this before, he excels in the mid game. From around about 15 minutes to 25 minutes is where CHOVY differentiates himself from every other player. He's able to pick up farm that others can't get. The first 5-10 minutes, some players can keep up with him, but it's just that mid game that he really takes that leap ahead of all the other players he goes up against. It's going to be that side lane, obviously. As soon as he drops into the side lane, if no one can match him in the 1v1, then he has full reign over the map. I'm liking the way the Vex is playing, though. Playing very aggressive. Confrontational, up in his face. Ultimate, up in 10 seconds. You can tell he wants to land a little bit of poke and harass off just to pressure that all in. But Vex, of course, like, her passive is Akali's counter, just that mobility. It's really annoying. Seven. 2 more till 9. Oh my god, here comes Leona. We have ultimate. Make our way out slowly. Able to juke out on a couple of abilities. He's still in vision and he is going to drop there. He does get the counter kill over onto the Graves. The Vex 3-0, man. This is a spicy game so far. 5-5. And this is going to be perfect to show how in games where CHOVY doesn't get so far ahead in the early game, how he's able to manage in the mid-late game to make these champions and how he's able to completely dominate the map. I'm interested to see what he does. Because he's not that far ahead. Vex actually has the level lead. 3 kills on him. And this is make or break usually in this mid-game. So keen for the LCK to start, by the way. We've got CHOVY playing for Gen G. I reckon they're coming in hot. Probably going to be the #1 contester for the LCK title. Up against Darm1, obviously got T1. There's going to be some pretty strong rosters lining up to contest that top spot after Darm1. Kind of reshuffling their rosters around. Might give some of these other teams a chance to compete, hopefully. CHOVY allegedly finally has a team. As we look at this skirmish. The assist onto Leona. Olaf with the ghost. He's going in deep. I'm wondering. He's going to pull out, thankfully. We've still got ultimate here. I need to see somebody eat this Vex bounty. I think if you eat this bounty, you're going to come away with the game. Hopefully, CHOVY can get his hands on it. As LCK programmer. Pro gamer on the Thresh helping out in the mid lane a lot. Love that. The biggest thing for these high elo Korean games I've found is just the jungler supports. It is the biggest difference I've ever, like, I've played on EU, NA, Korea, thousands of games in high elo. The biggest difference compared to them all is Korea's junglers and supports working together and roaming around the map. Their synergy is disgusting. And as a mid laner, you have to be hyper aware of that, otherwise you're going to get punished. I was dying like several times a game just from the supports and the junglers working together and teaming up against me. It's complete bullshit. So if you're not ready for it, you're going to get exposed. As we shove mid, then roam into the top lane. Camille with a slight bounty. We've got our ultimate. I want to see it. Ooh, here we go. Thresh. Hook goes wide. Let's grab the free kill onto the Graves. No need to overstretch and farm these waves up now. Level 9 is where his wave clear is going to become extremely good. There you go. And now he's going to be able to shuffle these waves into the tower and move around much easier. The blue with the energy refund as well is going to be nice. Still don't get the one-shot cues in the background. Maybe if you get a nice tempo for the rocket belt, you can. Because I think the shroud is definitely glitched there. We have enough for the rocket belt for sure here on the base. Power spike time. So this is where on Akali, guys, if you make it to this spot, even in the game, hats off to you. This is where you're going to start being able to take over the game. 99% of Akalis, like most Akalis, can't get to this stage in a good spot. They end up fumbling the early game. They don't have enough sustain. And I think that's where the triple rejuve bead is going to help a lot of people out to kind of fix that early game and make it much more consistent, which is where Akali really struggles with, especially the mediocre Akalis, or like the ones that are just learning. Move over to the Thresh again. There's nothing able to it's kind of like he's got blue balls for these fights. He wants them to happen, but he doesn't want to overforce for them. They want to try and... Oh, the R. Should be able to get the Camille here. The instant RE is so vital for these Akali players, by the way. It's not that hard of a combo to do. All you have to do is... you just go on a practice tool, practice it on some dummies a couple of times. It's just RE, and then you just want to hustle as much as you can, and then obviously your E2 you can follow. As we TP in, I didn't even see that. With the kill onto the Graves, Conqueror is stacking up. Look at the... Oh my god, beautiful focus. Identifies the Ziggs, takes the Ziggs out, and the team... able to get 3 kills. We're still down on team gold for red side. Just evens it up. 10 stacks on the Dark Steel. I wonder if we'll go Medjai's here. And this right here, we need to watch where Chovy is. Because this is where he excels, okay? He sees the top lane farm, he drops into the side lane. And he wastes no time around mid lane. He doesn't back just because he just got a bunch of kills. He stays out on the map longer than most mid laners, we know that. It's usually why he's able to gather so many resources. She shoves in the top side, no TP now, and we'll head back to base. We would have enough for Medjai's, but it seemed like a pretty risky buy. Instantly goes Medjai's, that's crazy. We are not fucking around. And at this point, we're going to get a level advantage over the Vex. Nobody can side lane against Chovy, can they? Camille, no. Graves, no. Vex, no. Ziggs, no. So instantly you know he's going to drop into the side lane, pressure as hard as he can. And if they send more than one member up into the top lane to deal with him, his team should be able to capitalize that on the map. Otherwise, he'll look for the 1v1, look for the 1v2. As Graves come across, we have the R. Jesus Christ, he didn't even take any damage. Olaf picks that up, looking for Leona now. Fully stacked Conqueror. And that's the problem with Akali. It's so hard to take those 1v1s. It's so hard to try and make the picks because of that Shroud. Takes too long. And red side comes away with the lead. Only 14 on the Medjai's. Unlucky not to get a couple of those kills as Thresh wants to try and find the Vex. Good flash hook with the Glacial. And do I think Akali will be played in the LCK? I actually think it will, yes. I think if for adventurous mid laners, if someone blind picks an immobile mage or a good matchup, somebody like Showmaker, Faker, Chovy, like a lot of these good, confident mid laners that can play these assassins on stage will do it. Because it's a pick when you get ahead like this in a game, it's unstoppable. It's very difficult to stop it. Two for two, crazy. Guessing he's going to go for the Shadow Flame Next up, probably the most popular item, mid-game item for mages nowadays. Everybody has identified that it is extremely efficient. It doesn't even need to be against shielding opponents. Like, it's just that flat pen is completely broken, especially on champs like Akali. Philios picks up the Leona. Chovy is not done. Picks up the Vex. Jeez, that was explosive. 20 stacks on the Medjais now. Feels like it's been such a slow, gradual game, but he's a monster now. 2 of those deaths kind of in the early game set him behind, but yeah. Oh yeah, it's that 15 to 25 minute mark. That 10 minutes there. Just golden for this guy. So he wants to try and hunt the Graves if he moves through. Graves doesn't even have shield bow yet. Ultimate in 25. Oh my god, these Qs are going wide. Dude! Finally lands it. One more stack to 25. And I just want to see, I really just want to see some absolutely crazy 1v1s in the side lane when he completes his Shadow Flame with 25 stacks. Because Akali's damage right now is off. Interesting, doesn't shove that one more wave. I guess he wants to instantly react to the Camille. Or is it because the top lane will slow shove back into him? I wonder. Because he's not pathing top for that wave. He's going straight bot. But maybe he'll send the the cannon top. No idea. Maybe it's for the dragon contest. Oh my god. Level 13. These Qs finally one-tapping the backlines. That's when you know you're fed on the Akali. Probably being 24 stacks on Medjais may help to know you're fed as well. Finally finish off the blue buff. Now we'll regroup. TP is on. Team is just cleaning house without him. He's finally going to make his way in. Looks for the Ziggs. That's, dude, come on now. What the fuck? That's just sad. Kind of rubs it in Zig's face. You're dead, my dude. We got the Shadow Flame. Should get the bot lane farm here. Chovy, of course, with the emotes. He loves that. Spam picking. Love how his team knows. Like, their Philios could have went bot side. He's like, that's my farm, baby. As 4th and 5th should be like Death Cap Void. Pure damage. And I usually try and run Lissandra if I can into Akali. TF used to work pretty decent. And then there was this weird glitch where the vision wouldn't show up when I ulted. Because you used to be able to ult Akali Shroud and then just gold card him. But I don't know what happened in the preseason, but the vision changes kind of nerfed it. I'm not sure if they fixed it yet. Ultimate up in 5 seconds. Finds the Camille. Got a 4k gold lead. Camille on the run. It's crazy. We've been able to find a 50 CS lead. As opposed to what? At 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure it was even. And it's all about picking up the side lane farms, isn't it? R-E. Go straight in for the Graves. I didn't even see that fight happening. As the Vex and the Camille hover. The Shadow Flame against the Camille shields will be nice too, though. He moves in. Camille going to try and hookshot away. Can we predict it? Yes, we can. Camille ultimate comes through. Are we seriously tanking? Ooh, 1,000 gold over the Camille. We risked it all there. And I like this limit testing Chovy. I saw an article the other day telling a lot of Korean coaches are telling their Korean players to start taking more risks. Start going for those 10% plays. Because obviously their LPL counterparts play so aggressively, so crazy, whilst in contrast, the Korean players are very reserved, very passive in comparison. So, potentially some of these players are getting told, hey man, if you see the play, go for it. Don't only go for the things that you know are like 60 or 70%. Start going for those risky plays. Start being extremely aggressive, because that's how you become the #1 and maybe you can match these LPL teams. As we're going to go for the Hourglass. It's probably mean just should be Hourglass Void stuff. Move through. Gets the Camille. We still have the R. Straight over, looking now. This is a monster. 10, 3, and 10 for CHOVY here. And this just felt like such an easy game for him. I honestly think he could be like 20 plus kills if he didn't have such a inconsistent early game with those couple of deaths and unlucky 1v1s. Barra picked up 7k gold leading Korea. This is probably going to be an FF on the next fight, I reckon. Almost level 16 here. What's the move? Can't quite get the Hourglass. 23 stacks. Akali's a champion I love to see him pro play though. Any champion without playing... I really miss Ahri in pro play. I don't know. What champions do you guys miss in pro play? Azir wasn't too... Some people didn't like the Azir meta. I liked Azir. I thought Azir was pretty fun. Ahri, definitely one of them. Ahri and Fizz are probably my biggest... Ahri, Fizz, and Zed are just champions I would love to see played in the mid lane again. Luckily, I guess Zed was played in the jungle for a little bit. And Fizz is starting to make his way into the jungle as well. But I just don't think there's any hope for Ahri. Ahri is complete trash at the moment. In high elo. I still think in below diamond you can pull out the Ahri. But in Challenger, if you play Ahri, you're gonna get dicked on. Terrible range, terrible lane. Mana costs are way too high. As red team just slaughter through blue side. No hope here. Whole map is fed. Level 16 here for CHOVY. 30 seconds on the ultimate. They're going to power through for the end. Seems a little bit overzealous, but I'm always down for the limit test. As he picks up the Leona. And they're just going to keep going for it. They are. They're not done. They know how strong they are. Open Nexus now. Watch CHOVY. Ultimate up in 10 seconds. Go, boys. Ultimate in 2, 1, go! That's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in today, boys. Always love looking at CHOVY, watching his lane, watching his movements. Such an incredible player. Once in a lifetime. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.